Hello Scorpio, welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 17th going to the 23rd. So yes, the week that I'm uploading this in, there's been a lot of technical issues. There's been a lot of chaos around me, so I couldn't record. I'm also moving, so it's a lot, yes. So I'm going to just jump straight into your reading and not waste any more of your time. The energy today has been strange, and I think it is the eclipse coming up in Aries. So just pay attention to that. I'm seeing some relocation for some of you. Something is going to change in your life. Of course. Or maybe already has. Let's see. For Scorpio, the initial R and 4 is coming in. I don't know what the significance is with that. Clarify this. And what is that? I'm sorry. As you guys know, I like to pull the cards out first. You can tell my energy's a bit scattered today. Why is this reversed, please? This may be past energy. Let's clarify this and then I will get the full picture. Oh, very nice for you. Amazing. So, now, I definitely see some deceit in the past, and this may be something you might be experiencing now for some of you, or you may have been through it quite recently or whenever, or regardless, it may still be affecting you. I do see a big change coming up for you, so you might be finally processing something that happened. There's very heavy emphasis on your growth, your evolution, and Scorpio, you are growing day by day. Like, I don't know what it is that you're doing or the mindset that you're starting to have. I do see that there is a feeling of disappointment about having to let somebody go, but this person was not trusted. And I'll be very honest with you, like, they're coming up as a devil energy in the Tower card, so I'm going to show you in a sec. So the first card that came out for you, Scorpio, of course, had to be the Seven of Swords. You guys have trust issues anyway, and this feels like it's just emphasizing this. Maybe the person who created it or whatever. The Seven of Swords is deceit. This is trickster energy. This is someone who can be quite manipulative or, hiding evidence is what I'm seeing here also. This is a kind of person that mixes the lies and the truth. They're very manipulative, by the way. Anyway. So then that card came out. I'm sorry, I'm going to show you. We have the Page of Pentacles, which feels like this is your energy. You're learning about this. You're learning to see the signs. You're learning how to grow and evolve from this. Maybe this is your own self-sabotaging behaviors. Maybe it's your own mask that you wear sometimes, because some people, we have that. I have to be very open about who I'm speaking to. This is really about addressing that Seven of Swords energy, that deceitful energy, addressing that self-sabotaging energy, whatever it may be. The Seven of Swords is being clarified by the Tower card, which is somebody here with a mask. This is, someone who is going to come crashing down here. So if this person is out of your life, don't worry. Like, they are going to get calmer here, but so far, the mask is still on them. Tower card is separation, so some of you may have broken up from this person or falling out with this person here. Then that was clarified, that also came out with the Ace of Wands, which is a very lusty energy. This is kind of like a failed new beginning. That was then kind of clarified by the Ace of Cups. So it's something like very lusty is kind of being disguised with love. Ace of Cups is usually a good card, but it is coming with a very reversed energy. So it just feels like this is that trickster energy. It offers love. It seems like it's offering love and a new beginning and unconditional, when in reality, it's a false beginning, because it's also being clarified by the devil. It's lustful. I'm pulling this face because this is someone who genuinely, I don't think they believe their words. Maybe they're that manipulative. So sorry to go into this, but some of you will need to hear it. If it's not your message, it's not your message. But I have to say this first. And I will move forward, so don't worry. But this is somebody who does take advantage of things. I'm not going to lie. I want want to say a lot. If this person has been saying that they haven't been seeing anyone since you guys have been broken up, that's a lie. The initial D is coming through. Anyway, I'm going to move away from that. You have the Four of Swords underneath this. It's about healing. All right, and this is also kind of protecting yourself from this kind of energy. I would really say you've had a bit of a history with certain relationships, whether it could even be friendships. Again, like this is an energy of where people have false promises. This is an energy where people are very engaged in very low vibrational activities, whether this is drug abuse, alcohol abuse, whether it's just sex addictions, whether it is just lustful energy, whether it's envy. It's a lot of things here. It's being disguised as love and genuine, authenticity, but it's not authentic. There's a mask here and there is deceit here also. So I think maybe if this is something that's happening, then this is something you're looking at. If this is something that happened a very long time ago, again, you're observing this behavior with the Page of Pentacles. This is a card of learning, of growing, of planting seeds here. All right, but this feels like your energy of where you're really looking at this kind of behavior and how to not fall back into that trap moving forward. And it does mean you have to reject a lot of people, by the way, Scorpio. Like, there's no harm in that. You're protecting your peace. Don't ever feel guilty about it. Some people may try to make you feel guilty about it, but look, is what it is. On your side, we have the Five of Swords, so it is disagreements, it is disappointments. It's kind of like constant battles of having to reject people or having to argue with people, to cut them out. I think you've had a lot of narcissistic people in your life, by the way, or like people who always want to blame you or hide things. I don't like it, but hey. So Five of Swords is your energy, so feeling a little bit defeated when it comes down to people. But you have the Queen of Pentacles here, which is complete upgrade from the Page of Pentacles. This is saying you're learning, you're growing, you're understanding yourself from this. Okay, and maybe you do want some people to be a part of that. Some people aren't worth being a part of that, okay? So you have the Chopwood card. So in terms of your work, maybe this is really going to be moving you forward. In terms of, progressing in your life, the Chopwood card is saying that sometimes you have to stick to the mundane things. It may not look pretty all the time, but hey, we're moving forward. Like, you're putting the work into your life. You're clearing things up here. You're dealing with things and situations. The doors are opening for you to move to the next level when it comes down to just your life in general, away from relationships. Some of you may, just spending more time in your own energy, okay? But it's like the work that you're doing to yourself is looking really good. And you may have to, again, do the annoying, have that routine. If it's like fitness, let's say, for example, if you're working on being healthier, it could just be eating those boring meals sometimes, or, having to research into things, or, having to work. Sometimes you don't want to. Like, this is about having a routine that may seem a bit boring and mundane from time to time. But Chopwood is saying that the more that you're doing this, the more that you're building a habit, the more that you're building towards something that's going to lead somewhere else. So you do have soulmates in the middle of your read, and I'm going to do something different and clarify each of these oracle cards. So there's a very heavy emphasis on when it comes down to partnerships this week. And then you also have regeneration, which is, and we have 444 coming up in your reading, which is about your foundations. All right. So your home life, your stability in life is what I always see it as. It's like the really important things. It's something that you're growing and stabilizing. And you have regeneration, so some things are going to fall apart. Sometimes you're going to be taking away from things willingly, unwillingly, just because they're not within your best interest. And as I always say with this card, it's like you are protected. All right, you're focusing on the light, so the light is removing you from this negative energy. And these may be people that at one point were really good for you, but now it's turning a bit toxic, or situations that were really, really good for you at one point, but are starting to kind of affect your energy. Because as this tree, you guys could be an empath, you absorb the things around you. And the problem is with that, is that when it's negative, it will affect you if we don't cut some people out. So I think you're learning and getting some deep understanding on boundaries, and you're reflecting a lot more with the Hermit card, okay? Very strong, like Virgo, Hermit energy coming through in your reading, of where you're gaining a lot of wisdom and understanding from what you've been through. specifically when it comes down to soulmates. I think that's where the lesson is, and toxic people, sneaky people, false promises, and it ends up kind of crashing down. Okay, let's speak about each one, please. I'm hearing like you need to get clearer on your goals, Scorpio. Whether it's money and raising a certain amount of finance, whether it's a company that you're working in, you know, why you see yourself moving down that, or in general in your career life, we need to get clearer on the goal, because you are going to progress wherever you start walking down. So just pay attention to what you're paying attention to. Interesting. Okay. The chop wood card, please. This is about your finances. This is about your independence. Whatever it is that you're working on is going to be something that you can really fully cherish and appreciate at the end of it. So this is really nice. Nine of Pentacles is financial freedom. It's also strong independence, not needing anything, not needing anyone, enjoying your own time, your own peace, and the things that you built for yourself. So it's a very beautiful energy. Let's clarify the soulmates. So soulmates is coming through with artists. So this is a very like interesting thing. Looking at the past and seeing the signs of what to, you know, look out for in the future when it comes down to people, but to really focus on what you want moving forward. Because this may also be a goal when it comes down to your soulmates. So artist is all about envisioning your future. What do you want in your life? Where do you want your life? What do you want your life to look like? Your relationships to look like? What do you want the divine person to be like here? Because the artist is saying that once you visualize it, you are able to step into that. So how do we do that? Well, we start acting like the person that's also in that relationship too. If we had a loving, healthy partner or a loving, healthy friends, how would we be acting? What would we be doing? How do we feel about certain situations? And acting as if it's happening already, like stepping into that. You're the Empress, and this is where we hold ourselves to a very high vibration, and this is where we just wait for things to come through, because they will. This is you're putting the energy out there into the universe. You know your worth. You're building that for yourself, so the right person is going to come through. And this is about divine counterparts, okay? So it's like you're creating the right person for you, or calling them in by elevating your energy, so you could be on the same energy as the person that you would like to bring into your life or be in a long-term relationship with. So you don't be in any rush. There's no need to be with the artist. You're creating something. Let's see about regeneration. Well, regeneration seems like you're really going to, well, you may find it. You have Hierophant and Two of Cups, which is about a commitment. This could, of course, be about companies, careers. Okay, so maybe you were taken out from a certain company here unexpectedly. But the regeneration is saying you're being put into something a lot better, a lot more healthier, a lot more, it's about good emotional connections and a really good partnership, okay? And for some of you, if that's in terms of love, like again, you had to be taken away from something and moved away from something to be protected from that darker energy. And now you're moving into a higher level of love. And it came back out again. Taurus energy, but this is marriage or traditional, you know, coming together and ascending together, you know. Sweet. Yeah, the Seven of Pentacles here. So my foot just started itching. I don't know what that means. Like I just got a very like abrupt itch. Anyway, Seven of Pentacles is something that you've worked very hard towards or waited a long time for. So, you know, this is happening for you. And this could also just be ascending in your life in general, like to the next level. Maybe it's towards abundance or financial reward recognition, you know. And that will be given to you, okay? Yeah. Oh. So Seven of Swords is clarified by the Knight of Swords and the Three of Swords. This person said a lot that hurt you, okay? Like it's almost like their words are very cutting, very vicious with their words, very jumps right into it, very confrontational. But it's led to a lot of heartache. This may mean that you found something out, okay? Because the Sun is here too. Three of Swords and the Seven of Swords is a Ten of Swords, by the way. So this is ended. There's no need to resurrect this. Devil energy, Five of Wands and Strength. Sometimes the best thing to come out of a situation is by just coming out of it. It's not about trying to reach, get on a mutual page, because some people are incapable of coming out of that devil energy. Maybe you tried to help this person, because the Five of Wands is this kind of conflict. It's going round and round. It's a cycle. But a Strength card is having the strength to understand that you need to walk away from something or just not engage in something anymore. It's coming out of it completely. Specifically, if there's a lot of conflict between the two of you, always being on different pages, no one's really listening, everyone's just talking kind of thing, round and round. And we have the Strength card, which is Leo energy. This is, gaining strength over this enough to walk away, okay? And Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, which is this new energy you're stepping into, is the Four of Wands, which is celebration, success, and again, achieving something that is wish fulfillment for you. So you could be celebrating something very soon when it comes down to your work or when it comes down to your achievements, okay? You should be very proud of yourself. The Scorpio. Okay. You have Vine, seek out information that will help you. You have Bowl, plenty of material things, which is beautiful. Again, this is a kind of lifestyle that you're building for yourself. You have Woman here, which could be you or someone that you're dealing with. Dealing's a relationship with a woman. You have a money path coming through. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. And then you also have Dolphin, financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. So that's very big. Again, your finances are increasing. You have door opportunities are waiting for you, which is very similar to that chop wood card that we had here. Those are opening for you, okay? So keep going, keep pursuing, keep that goal in mind, whatever it is that you have. Alrighty. I'm going to pull you a animal spirit card, and then I will let you go. Okay, first Scorpio, please. You have giraffe spirit, beautiful. This hasn't come up for a while. This is saying see the bigger picture, which is very interesting, specifically because you guys, I can see, are reflecting a lot more within this week. Don't focus too much on the details, all right? See the bigger picture of why something had to happen, or the kind of person that someone is. See the bigger picture here is about gaining that wisdom and understanding to see it on all levels, specifically when it comes down to your goals. Sometimes the routines can be very draining. Why do I have to do the inner work? Why do I have to do these little things? But if you look at the bigger picture, you really will understand that it's worth it in the end. Okay, so try not to get too caught up on the details. They are very important, but sometimes when we look at them, everything can seem like a lot. And at least that's how I look at it. Sometimes it may be a bit backwards to some people. But if maybe if you should break things down into small bits, absolutely, because it makes it seem easier when it comes down to action taking. But if you're forgetting the goal, it's really good to look back at the big picture again and understand what it is you're actually working towards. And by the way, it's very similar to the artist card. So I think a lot of you need to look at the big picture of where your life is going and really actually sit down and observe that, because that is what's coming up for you, is to think about where you want to settle down. Who would you like to settle down with? What that kind of relationship would look like. Or in terms of goals. It doesn't have to be love. And this is more to do with where do you see yourself in the future. So that has some significance for you. Okay, so I love you guys. I wish you all the best. I hope you guys have an incredible week, and I will see you guys next time. Okay.